this will be a video chart on WNBD, Winning Brands Corporation. I've been obviously slacking off on this one. The move has come and has continued to go, and this is still just my first video chart on it in a while. I think I did one back in this region over here, but I kept getting a bunch of requests for it, and I don't know why. I just never got around to it. So here I am Saturday morning, and I want to get this out because it definitely deserves an update, and it's long overdue. So first, just congratulations to everybody. This has been kind of a real long, kind of slow process here as it's drifted down, but now starting to show some life here. And actually, I hadn't noticed this until I just pulled it out like this. But what we have going on from a very long-term perspective, since basically June here, is, and I'm just kind of doing this on the seat of my pants here, so it's just going to be real rough. But actually, I won't even use these lines. What we have going on is basically a falling wedge breakout, and like I said, this is definitely long term. Taking into account the past 6 months, but we kind of have it drifting down like this, and then we had this one kind of drifting like that. So here this is what gives us the falling wedge, and then finally this broken out, and with the breakout you can see volume has been significant. So nice volume breaking out of patterns. That's exactly what you want to see. So this move could last quite a while here, just because this is a longer term pattern taken into effect. So obviously the breakouts of it will hopefully go longer term now in scope. I'm not going to focus on that long of a time frame. Let me get things under control here. Zoom this back up. So here we are then with the chart. And what I pretty much want to do here is just kind of get supports and resistances and so forth updated. Clearly, not to state the obvious, but volume has taken off and is as big as it's been in quite a while, and that's what you want to see. With this first day back here, it was blasting through a bunch of resistances. The key one being it finally was able to get above this purple line here, which is the 50-day simple moving average. And then the next day it gapped up over even more significant moving average right here, the 200-day. And then this was key in my opinion, because I think this showed the strength. But so here's what the chart looked like, and at this point in time you definitely want to see this moving average hold. The next day, literally, look at that, price went down and bounced right off of it right there. So this was a great sign of strength, that okay, this move is for real. The bears tried to push it down through the 200-day, but the bulls had none of it and actually smacked them right back up here. And then you can see had another day of just good healthy consolidation, pulled with inside the upper Bollinger Band. Here, another nice day of sideways consolidation, and then another big volume day and broke to a new high. So chart's acting very healthy, very strong now. And excuse me, it's one of those things where when you do get some of these sideways days, but these important support levels are holding, that's fine. That's what you want to see. That just shows that higher bases are being made, and that this is genuine strength here. So in terms of support now, the newest one is simply just from right here. You can see that this level at 0.0139, so we're just going to call it 0.014, had a history. Back here the price came up and hit that level, and then literally about 3 months later on this day it came up and hit it, fell back, but Friday finally broke through it. So this was another very significant thing on the chart, because this level had a history, and it popped its head back up here again to show that there was a seller. But whoever was selling here is officially out, as the level finally been cleared and moved on. So this is going to be the first support level that we have. I'm going to leave this skinny because if it does fall, not the end of the world, because you do still have plenty of other support levels underneath you. Another key support level that I'm looking at is right here around this area, basically based on this high here at 0.0124. You could probably call it a zone between 0.0125 and just 0.012. I'm going to make this line a little thicker because this support does have a little bit more significance. And then we have the 200-day down here, obviously, and this is the must hold. Am I saying that it's going to drop all the way down here? No, I'm not. But if it does, and if this is going to be continued to be a strong move, people should be just drooling for shares if it were to come back down here, and this should have no problem holding now, especially when the price is up here. Once again, am I saying that's going to happen? No, but I'm just mapping out that the 200-day is the must-hold level where if the price were to come down here and then crash through it and keep going down, that would be a big red flag in terms of the strength of the chart. Um, but for now, you have these two support levels and then the 200-day. But ideally, best case would be, it just pulls back and hovers right around this level before heading back up. But even if it were to come, down here, that would still be good. Obviously, not as preferable. And then least preferable, but still healthy, would be all the way down a 200-day, bounce around, and then come back up. So, in other words, the path of least resistance now is up because we're starting to form all these support levels below us. Now for resistance levels, this is the fun part because we have to start looking way back here now. The next key resistance, let's see here, that I am looking at, and that looks like it's going to be pretty important one, is going to be this high right here. If you take that high and then kind of draw it across, you can see it's got some history. Back in this portion of the chart right here, the price dropped below it, tried to get above it but couldn't, acted as a resistance. Right here again acted as a resistance. Right here again acted as resistance. So this level right here at 0.0165 is going to be the next key battleground. So I'll change that to red and make it a little thicker because I don't think it's going to be a complete walk in the park. But 0.0165 is the next resistance, and I'm not going to really go far ahead of that. We'll take one step at a time, and if you get some closes above this one, I'm sure I'll be back to update the chart. But for right now, I think, in my opinion, the key things to focus on are how healthy is consolidation going to be, and is it going to be another healthy one like right here? And then kind of worry about the resistance later because I think the chart will probably have to let some profit takers out, do a little bit of consolidating before it heads back up here. But if it decides to keep on going, I'm sure people aren't going to complain about that. But that's currently where the chart stands. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and then with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things, from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and best part is everything's free, so it's worth signing up and at least giving a try. One more time, this was WNBD. Thanks for listening.